So here's Troilo working with it, gets a few defenders, gets it taken away. Heights trying to clear it. Baker working with it, gets it taken away from her. Now Heights will try and clear it up the field. Baker and Wiley back to back.
Hey, it's great work, girls.
Baker with a cross toward the middle. Goes right back to Baker. Feeling some defensive pressure. And now Heights will take over. Goes to Wiley. Finds Baker on the near side. Quinn comes in, gets it to Baker. Baker's still with it. Crosser. Finds Sims. Sims with some space, trying to switch fields. It's now Simpson. He's fine down the field to Montgomery. Dram gets it taken away. And now Heights with possession. And eventually an offsides call, our first whistle of the game.
And you know, I mean, apart from the offsides call, I mean, it took Heights a while to get that ball out of, you know, their defensive zone. And it's hard to play against the Sterling offense because of their insane passing ability. We saw that back and forth between Wiley and I think it was Baker. So it's really difficult to play against that when they have such good communication and such good chemistry on that side of the ball.
Yeah, and sorry to correct you, Brian, but that was a foul on
No, yeah, I was going to correct myself after Dan was finished. I did realize that after the replay. But yes, that was a foul on Elise Simpson, so it was a free kick for Heights.
Yeah, Heights got a set piece out of that, but Sterling did a phenomenal job of defending it, making sure that there wasn't a real opportunity for Heights on that set piece.
All right, so Heights working with it on the far side. Goes Harris. And a shot that will, is a bullet. Just missed wide to the left.
It's a really good remover. She went by the defender, Maddie Whalen, there, and let off a pretty good shot. She looked a little off balance shooting it too, but a really good shot, a really good maneuver as well. Just an all-around great play.
And one thing that really impressed me about soccer players is how good they are, like, kicking with both feet. Like, obviously they're better with their dominant foot, but they're able to get a lot of power on their off-balance foot too.
Here's Dram with it. Dram trying to work through a few defenders, now sends it up the field. Here's Heights working with it, trying to switch fields here. Sends it up. Looking for Harris. Eventually just cleared away by Maddie Whalen. Take a look at the replay. Just that pass a little too much for Emma Harris, and Whalen just able to clear it away.
Yeah, definitely the right play there by Whalen, just making sure that the ball gets out of danger.
Heights looking for a chance here early. They'll switch toward the near side. A liner. Scooped up by Sims.
It's a really satisfying ball. Like right off the foot, that had a nice little curve to it. And it was kind of perfectly placed. It went right past Aaron Quinn's head. Like, you really can't. It went right over. So that was a really nice ball. And also a great save from Maddie Sims.
A shot by Brielle Connor, sophomore. And reflecting on last time these two teams played, Sterling was victorious 8-0. That was back on September 8th. A few Lady Knights were multi-goal scorers in that game. Cross toward the middle. Sterling trying to clear it, and they do so. Cleared away by Adriana Cesada. Eventually a whistle at the end of that play, as we'll take a look at it.
Something to note here, and it's perfect replay here, the ball stopping. That doesn't happen on a lot of fields because of the turf, and I've heard from a lot of the girls on the team that they prefer to play on the grass, just for, you know, personal preference, but a lot of people love playing on the turf because of stuff like that happening. The ball stopping sometimes frustrates a lot of the girls, and, you know, now this gives Haddon Heights a more in corner kick. It's really just a corner kick inside.
Goes off the knee of Quinn and will go out of play. There's not a lot of power on that one. But they'll get a for real corner kick.
For real?
For real. That one bounced out. Heights still with it. That shot easily scooped up by Matty Sims.
Yeah, I think Heights has been playing Sterling well. They've had the ball in Sterling's zone a lot of the times, but Sterling's doing a great job making sure that they don't get any real opportunities to score.
I agree, Strauss. I think Heights has put the pedal to the metal here on Sterling. I mean, other than the first initial push off of the first ball of the game, Sterling hasn't had a lot of time in their zone, which has given Diorio, the weight off her back a bit.
Yeah, they've been playing great defense on Sterling's strikers too, which is obvious. Sterling has phenomenal strikers, but I think Heights has been playing really good defense.
Kay with the pass to Dran. Dran gets it taken away. Sent upfield, goes by Wiley.
Don't let it out, Shay. Don't let it out. That ball. That ball.
Wiley gets it taken away from her.
Read that, I. Read that ball.
Heights working with it. Wiley with a pass to the outside. Zada was working with it. Ball eventually goes out of play. Our next TV game this Wednesday is boys soccer will take on Collingswood. That'll be at 4 o'clock. Coverage live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. There's a long shot that will go out to the right.
And I think for Sterling there, I mean, after, trying to get this ball towards the box a bit more and they just weren't successful, I think that's the right move. Just, try and put something on net. Try and have Diorio make a mistake.
So another whistle as we take a look.
You take a look at the replay. Pretty clear foul there. I think the refs have done a good job so far in this game.
Yeah, I think that's a foul you can't really miss there.
Yeah.
She really did not go for the ball.
All these whistles going against Sterling to start off this game.
Yeah,
a little over 8 minutes through.
My bad, Brian. I think Sterling just has to, stay a little bit more disciplined. And, I think all these whistles so far aren't good. I mean, obviously you could say that in any game, but they're really doing a little too much here. I think they just have to settle down a bit and, try and get back in their groove. Because so far, I think Haddon Heights has done a great job of catching them out of it.
Yeah, and one thing, you'll see it, Dan, we see it with hockey, like when you're playing a much more talented team, and I think this is what Heights' game plan is you kind of want to frustrate them. Like you don't want to go out and score automatically. You want to frustrate them and make sure that they're not scoring.
Troilo's shot is blocked. And another shot from Dran that just misses to the left. Sorry to interrupt you, Strauss.
No worries. I think you are starting to see Sterling's frustration, obviously with that first foul. But yeah, I think Heights' game plan going into this has worked so far in their favor.
And if you guys hear a whistle every once in a while, that'll be the football team to the left of the field here.
Don't try to kill the middle every time.
You'll know when it's a soccer whistle, and now if there's another whistle, so our football team they'll be going against West Deptford this Friday at West Deptford.
Coming off a brutal loss against Camden Catholic on the road.
Yeah, that West Deptford game should be a good game. 2 years ago, that was our homecoming game. I don't know if you remember, Brian.
I do.
And Dan, I forgot Dan was a freshman that year, but yeah, it was a great game.
Homecoming game is the 13th, I believe, right?
I think so.
Did we win that game?
That's a great question. I know they had a very good freshman quarterback.
I remember.
Yeah,
that too.
he was very good.
He was really good.
I remember Camden Catholic's quarterback last year too, who balled out.
I don't think we won that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
All right, so while Strauss does his research, Sterling has it on the far side, a little over 10 minutes through this first half unofficially.
And building a little bit on what Strauss was saying earlier, as he does his research now, I think Haddon Heights has done an extremely good job at just frustrating Sterling. And we had a similar situation this weekend, the ball hockey team going against a really talented Triton team, where we just we didn't try to shoot all the time, but we try and cycle and frustrate. And when you can do that to a good team, you can wear and tear them down as much as you can, and that's going to get you the opportunities you need. And that's what Haddon Heights is doing an extremely good job at right now.
Yeah, and I did look it up. Sterling did win that game. They won 21-13.
Huh. Well, I apologize for being wrong. That one's on me.
Trey Potts was the quarterback for that game.
Wow. Trey Potts.
My king, Trey Potts.
Who was our other quarterback? That was
Jeremiah
Thompson.
Yep. That was a great year for the football program. It was just fun to watch.
Twas.
So a nice block. Heights with favorable position. Sterling's defense having to get back. Toronto working with it. Sends it up. And an offsides call. Take a look.
Take a look at the offsides.
Take a look at the replay. Yep. Pretty simple call. I believe that's Emma Harris, who is offsides for the Garnets. All right, so Simpson will boot it away. Send up the field, and Aaron Quinn will just let it go out of play. It'll be Sterling throwing. Quinn with the throw-in. Takes a bounce. Heights will have it. Juggles it up in the air, and Baker sends it upfield. One-on-one here with Troilo. Goes out of play.
A really nice play there from Sterling, using Troilo's speed to their advantage there, and she's a really, really fast player.
Quick throw in for Baker. Finds Troilo and will go out of play.
You can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. We're going to have all the alerts there, everything that's going on with the game, all the news, and you'll find a lot of stuff there. So go follow us on SterlingTV19 on X actually now, not on Twitter.
It will always be Twitter.
It'll be Twitter in our hearts, but we have to say it's X.
Corner here for the Lady Knights. Bounced around. Heights trying to clear. Baker with a pass back to Wiley. A crosser that finds three Heights defenders. Simpson finds Quinn. Quinn with a pass to the outside finds Wiley. Wiley with some space gets it to Baker. Baker's got time. Baker crossed toward the middle. A nice bullet. Cleared away by the Garnets. Booted upfield. Watch out, Strauss. Don't get hit.
It's my dream. I want to catch a ball when I'm on air.
I did do that once. I believe I did it last year. It was fun.
Didn't we stop a ball on volleyball last year?
Yeah, I believe we did.
That was it.
Go more towards the middle, Ireland.
Here's
Get some play
Baker.
on this side. Get some better shape.
Still working on the near side. She's gotten a lot of use in this first half so far. Crosser that has a bit too much on it. Here's Dram with a chance. Dram with a shot from the left. A nice diving save by Gad Diorio to stop that.
Yeah, and Dan, we were talking about it. Sterling, Heights has done a great job of just frustrating Sterling. You can see they're kind of, I mean, that's a great shot by Dram, well placed, but it feels like Sterling's kind of forcing shots, and they're getting blocked. And yeah, I don't know if you remember, 2 years ago, we tried that against Cherokee in hockey. Didn't go as well for us. Yeah. So far, working for Heights, though.
Corner kick from Kay. Sterling trying to get a shot off. The Garnets will once again clear it and goes out of play to the far side. It'll be a Sterling throw-in.
Building off of what you were saying as you were announcing, Brian, about how Jordan Baker's been used, she's being utilized as kind of the playmaker. She's been starting with it and feeding it. She hasn't really taken a lot of shots, so it's been interesting to see how she's been used as the facilitator and less as the shooter.
Switch it, why not? Come on,
so here's Quinn with it. Quinn sends it up for Baker, a bit too strong, goes out of play. Maybe Garnet's throw-in. It'll be a throw-in here for Connor. Short throw in. Baker keeps it in. Off the head of Wiley. Booted upfield. Was looking for Harris. Eventually cleared out of play. So approaching the halfway mark, about 4 minutes away from that spot. Obviously, time being unofficial. Throw in for the Garnets. Ooh, and a trip by Harris. Hope she's okay. She gets back up quickly. And now here's Dram with it. Dram sends it upfield for Troilo, one-on-one. Troilo with a nice move, stays with it, tried to cross it. Some good defense by the Garnets. Dram up to Troilo, back to Dram. Now Dram with some space. Troilo's got it. Working against a Garnet defender. Trying to find someone to cross it to. She does, but it will be a shot on goal to Dioria, who scoops it up easily.
Troilo in one-on-one space, when she's one-on-one against a defender, is where she is most dangerous. But with that also being said, Haddon Heights did a really good job of minimizing the damage against her, because she can be really dangerous in a one-on-one situation.
So here are the Garnets with it. Garnets with a chance. Garnets with a shot, just misses. Over the top post. We'll take a look at it right here.
Look at it. We're going to see if Sims... It looks like... Did that hit Sims?
No, I think she just missed it.
Just by a fingertip. I mean, if she was going for the crossbar challenge, she hit it, but just a little too much power.
Look at it.
Yeah, missed.
Just missed.
But,
Great shot.
Great shot. Heights was looking for the corner kick, but great call by the official there.
It's probably the best shot on goal for the Garnets so far today. That one booted away by Simpson. Again, next TV game is this Wednesday as boys soccer will take on Collingswood. That'll be at 4 p.m. Coverage live on Channel 19 as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19.
And while we were talking about that shot, a few people came into the game for Sterling. Fallon Shinseki, the junior midfield. Brianna Schwartz, the senior forward. And number 11, Amber Wilsey, the junior midfield. Substitutions in for Sterling.
And that shot bounces around, and the Garnets will take the lead. 1-0 Haddon Heights. Good offensive sequence there by the Garnets. A great cross. Gets over the hand of Sims, and just nothing else that Sterling could do.
And you know, Haddon Heights has been controlling this half as we're going to take another look at the replay here. And this is kind of what they've been doing the entire time. And they've kind of controlled this entire game so far. So it's been interesting to see, you know, the difference between, you know, the last time they went against Sterling and now, and, you know, how they've taken the lead so quick.
Macy Madden was the goal scorer for the Garnets. Now Sterling facing some adversity here in this first half.
Yeah, and this is new for Sterling. They're not used to facing adversity this season, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond to that early goal from Heights. But Heights has definitely played like the better team this half.
Remember, Sterling took down the Garnets 8-0 last time these two teams faced. So that one goes out of play. We'll take a look at the goal.
I think Maddie Sims just came off her line a little bit too much, tried to punch the ball away and completely missed it, and just left it right in the breadbasket for Heights.
Yeah, I don't think she was expecting Macy Madden to be there. Sterling with a chance to respond. It'll be Ireland Kay with the corner. Kay boots it. Bounces around. Gets past Dram. Goes back to Kay. Kay with a shot. And scooped up by the keeper, Diorio.
And it's been interesting to see how Sterling hasn't been able to set up anything. Like, a lot of their offensive pressure has just came off straightly of shots and not a lot of, you know, setting up a good scheme, setting up a good play, and putting themselves in the position to succeed.
All right, so that one booted away.
Open up, down, open up.
Yeah, and if you're Sterling now, you gotta get a goal before the end of this half. Obviously, Heights is gonna send more back. They got their goal, and so Sterling's got to send more up. They got to try and get a goal here.
Sterling with a chance to respond. Wiley back to Dram. Dram looking for some space. Moves through a few defenders. Now Kay with it. Kay with a pass to Dram. Who's off the arm of a Garnet's defender. Whalen finds Quinn. And Quinn able to find Shinseki. That one goes out of play. And it'll be a Garnet's throw in. You can find us on Facebook at Sterling TV 19. All highlights and live updated moments from recently played games. We just had the first goal of this game be put up on the Facebook page. So live updates of all the sporting events, you can find that on our Facebook page. So Quinn with the throw in. And here's Wiley with it. Wiley with some space. Sends it down the field. Great pass down to Amber Wilsey.
And of course, Facebook is the quickest to live updates. So if you can't make the game, probably get the quickest live updates from our Facebook. There are already 3 different angles of Heights' goal up.
Booted away by the Garnets. Sent upfield for Dram. Dram working one-on-one. Dram with a nice play. Dram's got space. Moving around. And the shot bounces, and it's no good. Scooped up by Diorio.
Way to stay patient in the net from Diorio, not charge in a little bit too much and give her a more open net. And I think, you know, with a dangerous shooter like Montgomery Dram, that was the perfect way to play that for Haddon Heights.
Yeah, great job by Diorio to stand her ground and stay in that net. And again, as you said, Dan, not run out.
Yeah, and Dram is such a great goal scorer. It feels like anytime she gets her foot on the ball, it's an offensive chance.
So about 23 minutes unofficially here in this first half. The Garnets up to a 1-0 lead over the Lady Knights. Skied in the air. Off the head of Simpson. Stays in play for Wilsey, and we'll get a whistle.
Here's the look for the sophomore. Went straight off the hand of Diorio. Just a really nice save and a great collection off the crossbar. Dram, you know, in her sophomore campaign, trying to make, you know, a statement, especially when her team needs one right now.
Here's Dram. She makes a nice move. Finds Sims. Now here's Quinn with it. Quinn with space finds Kay. Kay sends it upfield for Brianna Schwartz. Schwartz using her speed. Schwartz with a nice move, cross toward the middle. Blocked by that Garnet's line. Sent up the field. And that will roll out of play. It'll be a Sterling throw-in. Throw-in here for Erin Quinn.
Let our forwards get in that space. That ball's falling to that gap. They're not there.
Sent upfield by Sims.
Keep it.
Garnet's just able to keep that one in.
Yeah, and Heights' defense has been phenomenal. It feels like every time Sterling gets the ball, they have to pass it because there's already a Heights defender there to meet them.
That one goes through Quinn and goes out of play, so a Garnet's throwing. And we'll take a look at the save here by Diorio. This goes off the fingertips, bounces off of that top post, and Diorio able to be calm, cool, and collected as she collects that save for the Garnets. Dan, did you appreciate my reference to that catchphrase of yours?
Yes, I did. Made me very happy.
I'm glad. Garnett's able to keep it in play. Goes off the foot of Quinn. Schwartz can't stay with it. Goes.
Yeah, and it shows like how good Heights has gotten over this season. Obviously, last month they lost to Sterling 8-0. Right now, we're beating them 1-0. Heights has improved a ton since the last time Sterling played them, and I don't think Sterling was expecting that.
Yeah, an impressive improvement from less than 30 days, so less than a month since the last time they played Sterling, and it's very cool to see, you know, such an improvement from a team, and shows that, you know, Sterling may be undefeated, but it shows that a record doesn't mean much, seeing that Haddon Heights is placed third in the division. It shows how, you know, how competitive the Liberty Conference actually is.
Sterling goes out of play by Ireland K. And Dan, me and you and Strauss was here for the second half. We saw the boys' soccer team. At first, offense was looking cold for both teams. It was a scoreless game entering the second half, but then Sterling unfortunately lost that game in a heartbreaker in overtime, 4-3. So a lot of scoring in that second half for both teams. So we could still see that today. Not a lot of offense here in the first half, but the offense could spike up as the second half rolls on.
Yeah, we could see that. I mean, a lot of teams, as you know, time gets on, they get a little restless. You know, they want to push into the zone a little bit more, and that goes for any sport, but specifically soccer. It's such a long game, it's such a far game, and I think a lot of the teams just want to, you know, score. I mean, it takes a lot to score, and it sometimes takes time to, you know, read the schemes and read the defense. But I think at that point, both teams are ready to, you know, pounce.
A great clear by Elise Simpson. Now Shinseki trying to get to it. Able to keep it in as she finds Schwartz.
And that was a great hustle by Shinseki to get to that ball and stops Heights from having a deep throw in. If you have a good person to throw the ball in, it can feel like a corner kick.
Kind of like what we see with Rob Toomey for boys soccer. I think Dan was going to say that. I'm sorry, Dan.
It was on the tip of my tongue. It's just you got there before me. I'm sorry, bud. It's all right. I'll get there next time.
So here's Montgomery Dram, makes a nice move. She's got space toward the midfield. Sends it up the field for Schwartz and just the pass a bit to her right, so the Garnet's able to get there. Sterling working towards midfield. Sims with it.
And I think Sterling kind of needs a wake-up call. Sometimes when you're playing a team that you've beaten earlier in the season, you start to kind of play down to them. And I think you're seeing that with Sterling.
Yeah,
and we kind of saw that tennis last year when we played Audubon.
Yeah, and Sterling isn't, you know, they're not there with the same intensity that they always are, and it looks a little different today. And I think, you know, coming into this game after the big win, you know, less than a month ago, that's kind of how you enter a game like this. But I think Sterling has to get back into that mindset where, you know, this is just any other team. They got to play like they've never played this team before. Which, as we stated earlier, it does feel like they played this team in any sport a lot more than a lot of others.
Actually, before Sterling was made, before Sterling was existed as a high school, Sterling students went to Haddon Heights.
So some great knowledge by Connor Strauss as Mr. K is giving credit to him in our ear.
I wouldn't be able to figure. I'm a little.
I feel like I knew that, but I just like.
I think we talked about that during football last year.
A part of me feels like, I mean, I guess you just look geographically. I guess that makes sense, but I mean, I would have totally forgot about that. Good job, Strauss.
I mean, Heights is far from my house. I live in Gloucester Township, but it's very close to Sterling.
All right, so the Garnets with it. So that'll go out of play. A quick Sterling throw in. Sterling will make a few substitutions.
Jordan Baker will come into the game, senior midfielder. Adriana Zazada, the junior midfield, will also come into the game. And then Chloe Chestnut, who we haven't seen yet, number 15, the senior defense.
And checking out is Fallon Shinseki, Shea Wiley, and Amber Wilsey. It's almost 30 minutes into this first half. Haddon Heights with a 1-0 lead.
And I think, you know, coming to the end of this half, about 10 minutes left unofficially, you want to get some fresh legs out there. And there's Jordan Baker, you know, creeping up the left side here.
Baker with some space. And good job by the Garnets to clear that one away.
Definitely great damage control from the Garnets defense there. You know, Jordan Baker's really, really dangerous when it comes to distributing the ball across the field. So that was really good defense from the Garnets.
Yeah, and when you're a team like Sterling, obviously you're undefeated and you're 7th in South Jersey. Everyone's going to play their best soccer against you, so you're going to get the best of every team.
And a goal for the Lady Knights. What a job to answer back. Ireland Kay able to come through for the Lady Knights. That's goal number 9 for her on the year. And Sterling ties this one up at 1.
And you know, when it comes to Sterling soccer, they are consistently good at one thing on both sides, either girls or boys, and those set pieces. They are dangerous off of those set pieces for both the boys and the girls. As we get another look here, a great set by the Sterling offense, and Ireland Kay, who's very dangerous on those set pieces, just comes in and knocks that one in.
Take a look at the drone shot. A great corner by Jordan Baker, and then Kay just able to weave through that Garnets line and do a little karate jump kick.
Yeah, a karate kick for her 9th goal of the season. Now tied, leading the team with Antonia Troilo.
And that was a really good set piece there from Sterling. They're very good at their set piece. I think that's one of the best parts of their game.
Strauss, also, I wanted to let you know that my mom is crediting you for that knowledge of yours earlier.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
She says that's where my pop-up went before Triton existed.
I guess that was the school.
We've been to Haddon Heights. It's a big school.
It all leads back to Haddon Heights.
That was a big school. As Antonia Troilo checks in the game for senior Brianna Schwartz.
But shout out to my mom. She had to experience that Commanders loss because she's a Commanders fan. So
Oof.
That was a great game.
Mr. K just said it's a shame because she's such a nice person.
Wow.
I think Kay is trying to recruit my mom to be an Eagles fan, which I don't think she will ever do. Mr. K said she can continue losing. That's okay.
I love Mrs. McLernan, no matter what team she likes in football. So
she is a Phillies fan, thankfully.
And a Flyers fan.
She is a pretty much every Phillies sports fan besides the Eagles, and an offsides call, I believe, on Troilo that she does not agree with.
And we take a look at it here. If I can rewind a little bit more, you can see if she was
That's
offsides.
close, but...
But it's not, it's at the spot of where it's kicked. So once the ball leaves the foot, not offsides there. It looks like her hand's offsides, but I think it's only with parts of the body you can score with that can be offsides.
Troilo finds Baker.
You know, as this game goes on, Brian, I have a quick question as we, all this is going on about your mom being a Commanders fan. How did that happen?
To be completely honest, I don't remember.
Huh.
So that's something my mom will have to refresh me on. I know she's told me, but to be honest, it's just not coming to mind right now.
And I'm not going to lie, the Eagles got very lucky yesterday that the Commanders did not go for 2. Because I think if the Commanders went for 2, they were winning that game.
And Jake Elliott's the best kicker in the NFL.
Easily.
Yes,
Well,
he is.
Justin Tucker, but...
Well, Justin Tucker's a better leg, but Jake Elliott's way more accurate.
Yeah. It's great having a good kicker. You see teams lose all the time by not having a good kicker.
Such as the Cowboys. Brett Maher last year.
So it'll be a free kick here for The Lady Knights, I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear what Kay just said in my ear.
Loser.
The Hugh Sir.
Back to soccer.
Please back to soccer. So that one bounced around. Lady Knights here with some space. They were able to answer it with a goal from Ireland K. So they now have things tied at 1, looking to take the lead. There's Troilo with it, cross toward the middle. Skied in the air. Able to stay in bounds. Troilo finds Baker on the outside.
Here, just in case. Here it comes, good.
One eventually cleared out of play.
Come on.
It was great, protection defense from Haddon Heights, limiting the shots on Diorio. You don't want to get her, you don't want too many shots on net because with all those shots, Sterling is going to take advantage of them eventually. And I think they're doing a great job of just playing prevent defense, making sure nothing gets too close to Diorio.
So a corner kick for Jordan Baker. Last time they did this, they were able to score. Can they do it again? Not as much power on that corner. Baker sends it outside. Garnett's able to clear it out for now. Now the defense will have to get back. Unofficially, 4 minutes or so left in this first half. This game tied up at 1. It was Macy Madden to start the scoring off for the Garnets, as that gave them a 1-0 lead. But then a few minutes after, Ireland K was able to answer back for the Lady Knights to tie this one up at 1.
Yeah, and if you're Heights, you want to take this tie into halftime, obviously, because then you can game plan more. And when you're playing a more better team, sorry,
They get their shots.
I was struggling a little bit.
No, it happens. It happens.
But yeah, but when you're playing a better team, obviously you want to be able to game plan for them. And I think if they take a tie into halftime, they have something to build on. They know that they can tie or beat this team. So you don't want to give up a late goal. I cannot talk right now.
I'm sorry, Strauss, that's on me. But as Strauss was talking, Shea Wiley was just substituted in for Morgan Sims for the Sterling Knights. Getting some fresh legs on at the end of this half.
Dan, I'm glad you cut me off because I can't. I'm slurring my words right now.
We
I
all
don't know
have
what
those
I'm saying.
moments.
Yeah,
we all have those
it's
moments.
bad.
Here's Baker. Sends it toward the far side. No Lady Knight there to meet that pass in the middle. But now here's Quinn with it. Quinn met by a few Garnet's defenders. Baker pass out to Quinn. Then to Baker again.
Looking like a good game of back and forth here.
Quinn finds Wiley, then up to Troilo. Keep it in for Baker. Baker, a shot that goes right into the arms of Diorio.
Definitely a smart from Diorio to come off her line there because, that's dangerous with, Drama in the middle there as we can see her creeping up and you have Adriana Zazada right behind her. So definitely smart to make sure that there wasn't a bounce there and an opportunity for Sterling off of a weird bounce.
So that one goes out of play. It'll be an Aaron Quinn throw-in for the Lady Knights. Chestnut finds Whalen. Whalen trying to find Quinn, but to no avail. Goes out of play. It'll be Garnett's throw-in. Just a few moments left here in this first half, unofficially. Another Garnett's throw-in. Who's off the knee of Chestnut. Now we'll go out of play.
That's just great defense, making sure that nothing gets crossed into the inside of the box there from a dual effort from Aaron Quinn and Chloe Chestnut, making sure, nothing dangerous, creeps in there.
So a throw in here for Quinn here on the near side. Off the head of Troilo. Bounced around. Stays in play. Baker. shoots it across the middle, trying to find Dram. And a shove that will get called, I believe, on Montgomery Dram.
Yeah, pretty clear foul there from Dram, but as you can see, she extended the arm, but yeah.
I think even with this tie game, Sterling's still just a little antsy. You know, they haven't been able to set up much on offense, so it's starting to, you know, cause those whistles again, which I think they have to limit as much as they possibly can.
Yeah, and they got a goal, but they haven't really. But they're still frustrated about how they're playing. Feels like it feels like they're playing frustrated.
I think because as the result from last, you know, the last game they played against each other, I think it's having impact on how they think they're supposed to play this game.
A crosser, bounced around, and that will go out of play. We'll take a look. This was close. It's a good chance for the Garnets to take the lead, but could not do it as that ends this first half. Garnets took the lead first, then the Lady Knights responded. We go to the second half here at the Castle. This game tied up at 1.
Sterling High offers TV and radio classes for electives. Sterling is also fortunate enough to have both TV and radio programs. In these programs, students will learn to design, direct, produce, and edit television and radio broadcasts. Students develop their public speaking, journalism, management, and technical skills by appearing on the Sterling Morning News on Channel 19 and on our radio station, WSHS. Students produce, edit, and deliver school programming, including athletic events, activity, productions, and community events. If a major in communications is in your possible future, Sterling High School offers opportunities not available in most high schools across South Jersey. Make sure you take a TV or radio class elective today.
I can't believe I'm working on this homework for over an hour now. I only have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What?
It's got you all excited. I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person though.
You just met this girl yesterday, and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful.
Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight.
What is
I guess one time isn't gonna kill me.
It's totally safe. We do this all the time.
There's no way these drugs are laced, right?
Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
I just need to forget everything.
It'll be fun.
A lethal dose of fentanyl is just 4 grains of sand and can hide in any drug. So no matter what you and your friends think, what you can't see will kill you. Don't die to get high. Fentanyl is fatal. Get the whole truth at CamdenCounty.com/fentanyl.
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even gone for that long.
Man, I really like talking to you.
I want you to hit me as hard as you can.
What?
Hitting. Why?
Because. Are you gonna hit me or not?
No.
Wrong answer.
This is so stupid.
That's more like it.
I never said you could hit me. What is that guy fighting?
What's your name? You never called. Tyler. Are you from Fight Club? Shh. You're the first one.
I could really use a bev right now.
Braden, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Braden, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom? Guys, put your IDs on.
Braden, headphones. Gotta come out.
No.
Come on, man.
Yo, Braden, you know you're not supposed to have your jacket on, man. Come on, take it off. Put it in your locker. No, I'm good.
Stop. You have your jacket on, AirPods in, and no ID. Go to internal.
You too, huh?
Yeah.
I can't believe my computer's dead.
Yo, does anyone have the charger?
No! No!
Where's your ID?
Hey, oh, no, wait a minute. Put that hood down. You're late. Put your hood down.
Where's your ID?
And you have your backpack on.
Adam, you okay?
Hey, are you guys serious? You do know there's like 52 billion pieces of trash in the earth right now. That's nearly 7,000 per mile. And 42% of that is burned up in the air, causing pollution. Imagine if Earth was a person right now. Dude, you have Google Planet in your brain? How do you know that? Don't worry about me. Worry about Earth. Oh, dude. Dude, I can't believe that. Hey! Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. We are tied here as we enter the second half. The Garnets and the Knights both tied at 1 goal apiece. As we'll take a look at the first goal scored by Macy Madden.
Let's take a look here. Sims went up for just to try and punch it out and didn't get enough height on it, and Heights was able to capitalize.
Then we take a look at our goal.
That was a great save from Diorio first. A great save on Montgomery Dram, a great goal scorer for the Knights. And, you know, preventing a big goal there, and without that, they would be down 2-1 in this game big time.
But the goal that we unfortunately didn't actually get to see from the Lady Knights was scored by Ireland Kay.
Kay will be cooking that one up right now.
Get things started here in the second half.
Sterling principal Mr. Claiborne coming by. Now, just taking a look at the score real quick.
Taking a little peek.
Taking a little peek-see.
So the Lady Knights here with possession to start the second half. Glad you're with us here on Channel 19. I'm Brian McLaren, joined by Dan Leakin and Connor Strauss. Last time these two teams played, it was an 8-0 victory for the Lady Knights, so definitely a different scene here at the Castle to begin the second half. Throw in here for the Garnets. Pass back to Dran. Dran with a nice move. Sends it upfield for Troilo. That one bounced out of bounds off the head of Catherine Campbell.
Called Tony Troilo hitting that one out there. She wasn't too happy about it, but I think, I don't know. Yeah. Definitely 50-50.
So a free kick here for the Garnets. Bounced around, trying to find Montgomery Dram. Goes off the head of Cesada. Eventually went out of play, so the Garnets throw in here for Gemma Teddy. Take a look here at the Lady Knights tying goal. I don't think this is the tying goal either.
I think it was straight off of a corner kick from Jordan Baker, I think right off of that occasion, or equation.
That one booted away and scooped up by Maddie Sims. Booted away by Sims. That one a beauty.
It was a really nice ball from Sims.
And here's Dram with some space. Montgomery Dram with the shot and goes right into the arms of Gad Diorio.
Now, Montgomery Dram is a dangerous, dangerous player for the Sterling team. And, you know, her in space like that is not what you want to see as Haddon Heights. And what a phenomenal play from the senior goalkeeper, Gab Diorio, making sure that that did not go in, because that would have been a very crucial score for Sterling.
It's the best chance for the Lady Knights to take the lead right there. Pretty much almost a free goal, if you want to call it that. Just Dram shoots it right into the hands of Diorio. So this game tied up at 1.
And Montgomery Dram kicking that one on the run, it is a tough shot to make, but I think a player of her skill could have located that just a little bit better. I mean, she shot it right into the hands of Diorio, made her job a little easier.
Looked like there was a handball there on Heights on that play that we just saw, but good job by the refs of using the challenge. Sterling had possession, so they didn't want to blow the whistle.
Another chance here for Dram, and can't win the race there. Skied up in the air by Diorio. Played on a bounce. Here's Simpson working with it, finds Whalen. Whalen sends it upfield for Zada. Nice job to be able to keep it in play. Finds Dram. Skied up in the air. Here's Dram with it. Dram with a nice move. Finds Kay. Wiley sends it upfield for Troilo. And Troilo can't get there, goes out of play. And hopefully able to look for Lady Knight's goal. Still couldn't get it there.
Try and go help Matt with the thing.
What?
Try and go help Matt with the replay. Okay. We're trying to find this one replay. Tell Kay that Strauss is going to help.
All right, so now Garnet's looking for some space. Trying to break this tie. A diving or sliding play by Simpson. And eventually goes out of play.
A great defensive effort from Simpson there, making sure, nothing got crossed in, because the Garnets were moving up with really nice ball movement straight up the middle, and Elise Simpson put a stop to that. It was a really great play from the junior defender.
So now the Garnets with some space. Sends it up the field, finds the foot of Whalen. Kicked away by Elise Simpson. Now here's Kay. Boots it up out to midfield. Was trying to find Troilo, but then the Garnets now take over. A little less than 6 minutes through this second half. Along the sideline is Campanero. Cross toward the middle. Skied up in the air. Sterling trying to take possession. And Kay sends it up the sideline. Garnets keep it in bounds. That one finds the foot of Sims and bounces into the Sterling bench.
I knew what you were doing. Let's go.
It's out of play again. Another Garnet's throwing.
Did you see Kobe that?
Here's Simpson with it. Wiley works it and boots it up the field. Long pass to Dram. Dram has it. Garnet's trying to get back on defense, and they do. Good ball control by Dram. Dram with it on the outside. Trying to find someone to cross it to, and that cross blocked. And it will go out of play.
And Dram's ball control on that play is really phenomenal. I mean, you really got to practice that every day and every night in order to get that ball control. She lost it for a good second and then got it back immediately. And I think that takes a lot of skill, especially out of a sophomore attacker, to have that, persistence and to keep pushing and not losing that ball.
Here's Kay with the corner. Bounced up in the air, and the Garnets cleared away. Keeps it in bounds, sends it up the near side. Somehow able to stay in play, goes off the foot of Campanero.
And here is the goal.
Finally,
a corner from Jordan Baker, a karate kick hoya from Ireland Kay, and knocking that one in and knotting it up 1-1. Thank you, Connor Schatz, who will be arriving back here shortly to announce for finding that replay. We found it.
So a crosser, a chance here for the Garnets. That shot scooped up by Maddie Sims.
has returned after finding that replay. Good job, Connor.
Thank you. I saved the goal replay.
So now possession changed toward the far side. Here's Quinn with it. Loses it. Now Quinn trying to stay with it. She does, finds Wiley. Wiley sends it up for Baker. Baker with space. Here's Troilo. And then cleared out of play. Almost hits one of the cheerleaders on that far side. Throw in for the Lady Knights.
Take a look at the play here. That's good defense from Heights, just clearing it out of danger.
It's very dangerous knowing that, you know, how dangerous Antonia Troilo is. You know, she's very quick, and she's very quick to the ball. So that was a great play by Haddon Heights defender. As we were talking, there was a substitution. Chloe Chestnut is substituted on the defensive side of the ball for Elise Simpson, the junior defender. Here's a replay on what just happened there. A throw in straight to Antonia Troilo, and just straight out of bounds. I don't think she could handle that correctly. But that results in a corner.
So a corner kick here for Wiley. Trying to break this 1-1 tie. Not a lot on it. Which causes the Garnets to clear this one out pretty easily. Now here's some speed being used by Harris. Now Quinn sends it up. And take a look at it here. Now in just a bit too much on it off the foot of Erin Quinn.
And in a 1-1 game like this, you want to just apply as much pressure as you can, and I think that was definitely, you know, I think the right shot to make in that moment. They haven't had much time to, you know, make a set piece or, you know, make a play. So good job, Haddon Heights.
One-on-one here with Chestnut. Goes out of play. Quick throw in for the Garnets. Working toward the corner.
Yeah, and a great opportunity there for Heights, but great defense from Sterling. They were able to get to that ball.
And that was a great job by Chloe Chestnut. She kind of got lost in transition a little bit. She got caught lacking on the offensive side of the ball. Look out. Got caught lacking on the offensive side of the ball, and she kind of got lacking on defense. So that was a great play from Chloe Chestnut to get back and make the play, prevent a goal.
Here's Dram with a chance. Cross toward the middle. A lot of open space there, but no one open there for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, and this game has been very back and forth. It feels like when one team starts playing better, the other team responds with a better attack. It's just been a great back and forth game, and I think both teams have been playing phenomenal.
There's Hagen with some space. And that shot easily scooped by Sims. Booted away by Sims. Out to midfield. Goes off the foot of Teddy. A foot collision right there. Play will continue for now. Sent up the field. Troilo with a one-on-one race and eventually kicked out of play. And looks to be a Garnet in pain. He's still staying up, so credit to her. And play will stop. So it'll be Macy Madden, the goal scorer for the Garnets, checking in for midfielder Kylie Ferranto.
That'll be a corner kick for Sterling. I think this is a great opportunity, to get their set pieces in place, try and get something going here, because when it comes to Sterling, that's one of their big offensive attacks, these corner kicks. They're really good at them. I think they practice them a lot, and I think this is a big opportunity to come take the lead with about 13 minutes unofficially so far in the second half.
Dan, you and I watch a lot of soccer together. Talk about how important it is to be good at set pieces.
Well, when it comes to, those set pieces, it gives you pretty much a free opportunity to score. I mean, obviously Haddon Heights still has their defenders out there, but when it comes to those set pieces, you want to be really good at them because it gives you even more room to score. You're dynamic in like real play time, and you're dynamic when it comes to these free kicks and those corner kicks that happen quite often. Because it's a clear opportunity for the defense.
So take another look at that replay. Sterling just barely missed getting a foot on that. That would have been a goal. And how important is this next goal?
It just, obviously, anything can happen at any given. I was gonna say any given Sunday as a football reference, but any given day, we'll say that for soccer. But anything can happen. So, getting that goal is huge, a big momentum shift. And I think both teams need it very much. But at the same time, it's definitely not a game ender. The way both of the teams have been playing, it's been a very back and forth game. So I think one goal could definitely be a difference. But I don't think it's gonna put the nail in the coffin for either team.
So the Garnets with possession. Now a throw in for the Lady Knights as both teams will make substitutions.
It's looking like Elise Simpson, Amber Wilsey, Fallon Shinseki, and Brianna Schwartz will check in for Sterling. We're looking at Amber Wilsey here, who just checked in with the Sterling Knights.
Yeah, and in high school soccer, there's no cap on the amount of subs you can have, so it's important that you're always keeping fresh legs out there. Obviously, it adds a speed boost. You're running around for 80 minutes. You don't want the same people out there all 80 minutes.
Strauss, I don't think we could run around for 80 minutes, man.
I don't think I could run around for 20 minutes.
So a whistle here.
Let's take a look at the offsides call there. Yeah, Dram was offsides.
Just by a tad.
So this one being juggled around. Gets by the foot of Kay.
So if this game is tied after 80 minutes, there will be 2 10-minute golden goal overtime periods.
Something that Strauss learned during our boys soccer game. He didn't know there was overtime.
I thought the game was over after 80.
I'm going to be totally honest, I didn't know either. So.
I was going to start wrapping us up. But
chance here for the Garnets. That shot, too much on it.
Definitely a great setup from Haddon Heights. A great pump fake there from Allie Agin. But, she just got it just a wee bit too high right over the crossbar.
Yeah, and a great aim shot, too. It looks like she just got a little bit too much under the ball. She was aiming for that left side. It looked like Sims was going to the right side, and just barely.
So that one booted away. Kay with it, trying to send it upfield. Shot gets blocked. Great takeaway there by the Garnets defense. Eventually is sent out of play. It'll be a Lady Knights throw-in.
And Kay hasn't been a name that we've heard other than the goal being scored. She hasn't really been utilized much in, the progression up the field. And I think Haddon Heights has done a really good job of, limiting her because she's a really dangerous weapon for this Sterling offense when it comes to passing and scoring, excuse me. So I think Haddon Heights has done an extremely good job at limiting, the chances that they give her.
Schwartz gets it stolen away.
Yeah, and Heights has done a great job of just damage control. They're not letting Sterling get any top quality shots off. That's obviously a big thing. You can let them get if they're far from the net, let them take that shot. Just don't let them get anything close. See it in hockey. We like, Dan, you obviously know, we let players shoot on their backhands. If they shoot on their backhands, then it's not, then there's really nothing. And they score, there's really nothing you can do. It's just damage control, limiting the good opportunities.
And as Strauss was talking about some opportunities, Sterling got an opportunity to make a sub there. Montgomery Dran, the sophomore forward, subbing out for 48, Tony Troilo, the junior forward.
So booted up field. Goes off the head of Chestnut. Finding Troilo. That one sent out of play.
I don't know if you guys remember talking about it last year, but the Channel 19 factor in games. Away coaches during the basketball season said that they feel like their players play better under the pressure of us filming the games.
Maybe that's the case here for Haddon Heights.
Almost halfway through this second half, still tied up at 1. One of these two teams trying to break this 1-1 tie. Set up the field here to the far side. It's Quinn with it. Quinn will boot it upfield. It's off the foot of Schwartz. Pass back. Chestnut able to find Wilsey. Wilsey with space. Pass to Kay. Kay airing it out for Troilo, and eventually cleared.
That was really smart defense from Anna Chupp there. You know, just getting that one out and getting that one out of harm's way too. You know, because Antonia Troilo is really good when it comes to, you know, those one-on-one battles. I talked about it earlier in the first half, but that's where she strives. You know, she's really, really smart in those situations. So getting that one out as quick as possible was definitely a great idea for the Heights defense.
That ball almost hits a camera.
Actually, almost hit Schulz.
Yeah, Schulz, you made a nice play over here, a nice grab.
He played wide receiver back in the States?
It's right here, we could just ask him. Play tight end, is what Kay is saying. Play tight end at Paul the 6.
Chance here for the Garnets. Sterling able to clear it away. Send up the field for Troilo. Troilo moving toward the middle. Cross toward. Chance for Kay, but Kay gets it taken away.
Yeah, and a great defensive play there by Emma Harris of Haddon Heights to tie Kay up.
Bounced around.
Pinball machine.
And goes out of play.
Here you just see Ireland Kay with a really good chance to wind up and boot it. But as Strauss said, Emma Harris with a phenomenal defensive play, you know, making sure that powerful leg of Ireland Kay's isn't too much of a problem for Haddon Heights, as there were 2 substitutions. One, Adriana Zazada, and Jordan Baker now back in the game for the Sterling Knights.
Here's Troilo with it. Almost gets it by, and now she has space. Troilo makes a move. Good defense right now by the Garnets. Shot skied up in the air. Gets by the keeper Diorio and then eventually cleared away by the Garnets.
And, you know, keeping Troilo to that side of the field, making sure she doesn't make a big play is important because of how big of a facilitator she is for this offense. That was a great play by the Garnets defense.
Yeah, and that opportunity doesn't happen without Troilo. She was getting double teamed, and she was still able to get that ball into a scoring zone and almost a goal for Sterling. So a great play there by Troilo.
Take a look at it. And gets through the hands of Diorio at first. But then Sterling not able to get that second touch to put it in the net.
Here's what's just happened there. I mean, Jordan Baker just trying to maneuver her way around the defense. Hits right off of the Haddon Heights defender and goes out of play. But this gives Sterling a great opportunity. I mean, Shea Wiley is a really good at kicking corners, if that makes sense. I don't know the terminology for that. Is that right, Strauss?
Set pieces.
Set pieces. Thank you, Strauss.
Bounced off the head. Still stays in play.
Okay, hey, it's a throw.
Actually sent out.
On 10.
Quick throw in for the Lady Knights.
Get to attack. Get to attack.
Here's a shot. And after Diorio plays on the bounce, she scoops it up.
Again, a really good defense from Haddon Heights. They've stepped up on defense, you know, letting that outer box shot come in from Morgan Sims and just a routine save from Diorio.
Sent out the field for Troilo. Shot by Baker. Had a lot on it and missed over the net.
Take a look at the replay here. Sterling's trying to just cross it in, hope that they get foot or head on it, but
yeah, maybe even looking for Adriana Zazada there over the crosser. I mean, Jordan Baker's done a really good job at, you know, crossing it over to her teammates this game. So maybe looking for that, but still just a little too much on it. Fellas, I have a quick question. What do you guys think is going to happen Monday Night Football tonight?
I forget who's playing.
It is the Seahawks versus the Giants.
Give me a Seahawk. Give me a Seahawks win on that.
I've got. Let's check out our YouTube. It's Sterling Channel 19. Most of you could be watching this on YouTube right now. Obviously, there is cable television, but a lot of you are probably watching this on YouTube right now. Follow us on YouTube, Sterling Channel 19.
You can also find all of our commercials, Castle Connections, and
Coach's
much more.
Corner.
Coach's Corner, which did premiere today. A Coach K special edition.
Obviously, great addition for this year. I really like the Coach's Corner.
Jake Clark does a phenomenal job at it, too. He is really good with the interviews.
You know what we need back? We need one of our pregame shows back again.
Yeah, we'll get that back. Well, we have, I believe we have volleyball this Thursday. Yep, so we have volleyball this Thursday, so we'll have that. We also have our next TV game, which is tomorrow. It's boys soccer taking on Collingswood. That'll be at 4 o'clock.
I hate to correct you, Brian, but the game is on Wednesday.
You said tomorrow.
Today's Monday.
Oh, today's Monday.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long week for you, Brian.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it is. You're right.
Gee, Wokers.
Well, sorry, Wednesday is our next TV game. Again, boys soccer will take on Collingswood. And then Thursday is volleyball.
Iron sharpens iron. It's all good.
Here's a shot, and pretty easy for Gab Diorio.
Don't worry, Brian. It'll be a long week for me, too. I got something to look forward to this weekend. I'm going to Chicago.
Chicago.
Shout out to my dad running the Chicago Marathon next Sunday.
Ooh.
Shout out to Rob Bob.
Mr. Strauss, employee of Sterling High School.
So that one. And as Shul says he's running around his block tonight, you can follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. Find out all of our behind-the-scenes information of whenever we go live and much, much more. Again, you can find all of that when you follow us on Instagram at SterlingTV19. But also, again, a big shout out to Shul. He'll be running around his block tonight.
Nice.
So if you know where Shul's lives, catch him running around his block.
Former Paul VI tight end.
Still
Back
got
in
it
the day.
in you, Schultz?
He has that dog in him.
You still got that in you? You still got that tight end in you?
He says that's long gone.
Still very active. He builds a hockey rink every winter.
He's still got some wiffle ball left in him, though.
Yeah.
Played in a wiffle ball tournament.
Brian and I lost to his team.
I was there too, but I was deadly sick, so I could not play.
Dan was our manager.
There's a corner kick here from Sterling as we get back into the sport of soccer a little bit more here.
Sterling looking to get back. Nice job by Quinn to disrupt that. Garnet's with some space. Nice job by Chestnut to cut that one off. Sends it out of play, and oh no, knocks over the water bottle.
And knocks over the Stanley Cup.
Man, you know what those look like?
What?
Stanley Cups? Dan's a Flyers fan, and they have not won a Stanley Cup since 1970.
We're talking about soccer here, Strauss. Can we not? Sorry. There's just unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary over here.
Unnecessary bidding, indeed.
Jeez.
Sullivan sent out a play. Throw in here for Adriana Cesada.
Yeah, Strauss, try to come over tomorrow for the Phillies game, and my dad will not let you in the house.
Go Phils. Obviously, they went on a magical run last year. Let's hope that they can repeat that this year with a better outcome at the end now.
Let's hope a good outcome comes here for the Sterling Knights.
Let's hope so.
One of the worst days of my life. The Union lost the MLS Cup on the same day Phils lost the World Series.
That's a shame, Strauss, but we're watching soccer right now. So that's booted up the field here for Elise Simpson, who finds Quinn. Eventually goes out of play. Be a Garnet's throwing. And the Garnets will make a couple substitutions. About 10 minutes remaining here unofficially in this second half, as overtime is still a chance.
Yeah, and as Strauss said earlier, for anyone watching the broadcast now that wasn't watching before, overtime is 2 10-minute periods with a golden goal. So whoever scores first wins first. We saw one of these situations with our last TV game, which was boys soccer against Lindenwold, ended in a 4-3 loss, unfortunately, for the Sterling Knights. But it was a very competitive game. I think us three had a great time announcing it. It was one of the better games I've announced in my short career.
That was such a fun game to announce.
As Strauss and Brian were having a little tussle behind me.
How about this? We'll go rest of the. How about this? You go rest of the game.
I don't like being embarrassed over the air, and
half the time you do it to yourself.
That's true. Jesus.
Well,
but Brian, we're commentating soccer here, so
Strauss, get out of here! Boo!
Here's Kay with a chance. Kay with the shot, and easy save there for Diorio.
I can hear Ben saying that Strauss is yapping right now. Even though I can't hear him, he's probably thinking it. He's locked in right now, though.
Locked in above us on camera. Big shout out to our camera crew.
Doing a great job. We have Casey Kosneski, operating the drone, aka the boy. I think that's Jensen Gould in the bird cage.
It is.
And we have Ben Nicholas up here and Owen right above us. Doing great jobs. And then we have Kay and Matthew Strader in the booth, making sure everything runs smoothly. And Johnny Orlino with graphics.
Chance here for Troilo. Troilo's got space. And the shot is good! Tony Troilo gives the Lady Knights a 2-1 lead.
And she had to make an impact eventually. I mean, having 9 goals on the season before this game, she is a phenomenal player. Moves her way past the defense, just a failed clearance attempt from the Haddon Field back line. A free breakaway with the goalie, and she's going to take that all day. What a great play from Antonia Troilo.
Yeah, just a great play there. She's able to evade the defenders, get a breakaway. And she's not missing on a breakaway.
Yeah, we've seen her facilitate a little bit more around the field, but, she gets her shot to shoot, and she takes it. as we're going to get the boy giving us another look here. Just a free passage to the goalie. Killed her on the right side there. And Diorio's had a phenomenal game, but she can't really do much about that one.
Yeah, and we're unofficially in the last 10 minutes here. With that goal, you're going to start to see Haddon Heights send more players up. Probably get more strikers on the field soon to substitution.
4:48. So Tony Troilo gives the Lady Knights their first lead of the day, with about 7.5 minutes to go unofficially. That one eventually goes out of play toward the Lady Knight cheerleaders on the far sideline.
And if the score stays as is, we will have a post-game interview hosted by Mr. Schultz.
So about 7 minutes unofficially remaining here in this second half. Lady Knights with a 2-1 lead. It was Macy Madden who started off the scoring for the Lady Knights. Ireland Kay tied this thing up. And then now Tony Troilo gives the Lady Knights their first lead. Garnett's working with it on the far side. Sent upfield. And Sims will boot it away.
In tie games, we should introduce our crew a little bit more. Give a good luck.
Yeah, I guess so. Here's Ireland Kay. Looking for Troilo again, trying to win the race. She's got another chance, and that shot is scooped up. Troilo is looking for the ref to make a call. She was unhappy with it.
Take a look at it, see if there's a foul. Looks like she plays the ball well.
I'll look right here.
Definitely contact, but I don't think there's enough to call a penalty kick there.
Me neither. I think she was mainly going for the ball. I agree with Strauss there. I don't think that's enough to call a penalty. I think it's a great call from the ref.
I think that's great defense as well from Heights. They know not too much contact, but enough where Troilo didn't get that breakaway opportunity.
Again, you know, she's dangerous. You want to make sure you can contain her as much as possible. That's great defense.
So here's Dram. Baker with the shot. And a great save by Gab Diorio. And a goal right there for Lady Knights probably would have sealed this game.
Yeah, and as I was saying earlier, Strauss asked me the question, whoever scores, how important is that goal? And I responded that, one goal isn't going to put the nail in the coffin for either of these teams. And it shows right there that Haddon Heights they're not letting that fight get out of them. And they're still, trying to claw themselves back into this game.
Just a one-goal game here with about 5 minutes remaining. Unofficial time. Post-game show to follow if the Lady Knights can win it.
Something I was thinking about as I was just sitting here, the second half has looked a little bit different than the first half. A lot of the first half, Heights had control in our zone, but it's kind of flip-flopped this second half, and Sterling has had a lot of the offensive pressure against this Heights team. So it was a really good coaching adjustments from Coach K over there, making sure, they can get another one on the board and try and win this game.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see Heights fatigue wearing, obviously. You got a couple breakaways for Sterling there.
Great pass to Dram. Dram with some space. She's got a chance. And the shot. And a goal. Montgomery Dram gives the Lady Knights a multi-goal lead. It's 3-1.
And that is someone who was due. Rent was due for her, and she paid it. That was a great play by Montgomery Dram, weaving her way through the defense. Looks very similar to Antonio Troilo's goal just a few minutes earlier, and hopefully that should seal the deal for the Sterling Knights.
Great job by putting that one in the back left corner of the net. And Montgomery Dram comes through.
And after that, I'm sure Strauss can agree, you're going to see Sterling back up just a lot more. They just made a defensive substitution to help them out. I mean, they just substituted Shane Duffy in for Shea Wiley. Shane Duffy, a great defensive player. And I think you're going to start to see Sterling get a little bit more passive, just kind of dump the ball out their zone a little bit more.
That was the 9th goal of the year for Montgomery Dram. And in case...
Sorry, Brian.
No, Strauss, you do it. You say.
In case you missed that goal, it's actually being uploaded to our Facebook page right now. 3 different angles.
Also, I would like to apologize to Mama Leaks, who does not agree with my Seahawks-Giants pick. Is that nice job there by Diorio. But sorry, Mama Leaks, but as much as I love you, I do not love the Giants. So,
I personally don't care who wins the game as long as Darren Waller scores less than 13 fantasy points.
I would like Waller to score at least 40, but, you know, we can't all have nice things.
Brian, you might be the most unlucky fantasy manager this year.
Indeed, I'm about to go 0-4.
And I might be the most lucky. I may win against Matt today, only putting up 70 points.
Shout out to Matt Kelleher.
No, don't shout out Matt Kelleher.
He's helping you out. He only scored 70.
He only scored 50, Strauss.
Oh, my fault.
Well, he's still a Geno Smith and Seahawks defense, so go Giants.
So, go everyone on the Giants except for Darren Waller.
Unofficially, about 2 minutes left in this game for Sterling trying to seal the deal.
I would also like Matt Breida to have a legacy game tonight.
Possible if Saquon doesn't play, which I don't think there's been an official report yet, but I don't think he's playing.
He's not. I just need him back for next week.
Who do you play against?
I play Nico next week.
Should be a win.
I don't know who I play next week.
I think I play Nevin Ganskop.
Troilo with a chance. Shot is blocked. Out to Dram. Dram trying to stay with it. Dram with the shot and just a bit too much on it.
Her footwork is impeccable. I mean, weaving your way through a bunch of defenders like that isn't an easy thing to do, and she makes it look so simple. So Montgomery Dram's footwork is out of this world. And substitutions coming in for Sterling here. Amber Wilsey substituting in for Adriana Zazada, and Fallon Shinseki substituting in for Jordan Baker.
So that one booted away. Final few moments here in this second half.
There will be a post-game show to follow.
Hosted by Kevin Schulz.
Go Knights.
My king.
Sterling a few moments away from moving to 8-0-2 and staying undefeated here at home. Set up the field. Finds K. Good boot by Amber Wilsey. And a whistle on Montgomery Dram.
Take a look at the offsides. Yeah.
Had a phenomenal game today, Montgomery Dram, scoring a goal to, you know, put the nail in the coffin for Sterling, and also having some really nice facilitating plays, weaving her way through all defenses. And she's having herself a great sophomore campaign with 9 goals this season.
Goes off the foot of Ireland K, so it'll go out of play.
And a quick shout out to AP Flicks right next to us. You can follow him on Instagram. He posts a bunch of photos, and he'll have some photos up for this game as well.
Sterling ball hockey legend.
Throw in for the Garnets goes out of play. Bounced around. Garnets likely with their final chance. Skied up. Bouncing around. And that is going to do it here at the Castle. The Lady Knights were down 1-0, tied it up 1-1 entering the second half, then scored 2 unanswered goals to win this one 3-1. They'll go to 8-0-2 as we'll take a look at the goals scored by the Lady Knights.
And I think it's just important to note out how resilient this team is. I mean, they will not stop. And I think this is a great goal to go in, or a great thing to go into the playoffs with, as we're going to look at the nail in the coffin here from Montgomery Dram. Just a great shot.
So that is going to do it here. Post-game show to follow here at the Castle. Lady Knights take down the Garnets 3-1.
Have a great day, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks for being so kind.
Have a good day, guys.
He's so nice! Oh my gosh, it's so annoying! You're trash! I'm gonna have to take matters into my own hands!
There it is! My God! Holy moly! Negro! It's beautiful.
Moral of the story, always be nice.
I've been working on this homework for over an hour now. I'll have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What?
Yeah, you guys want us to just skip class and mess around?
Wait, you haven't heard the rumors about the hallway predator?
Those things are just made up. Teachers just want to scare us to go back to class.
All right, bro.
I told you guys it's not real.
Yo, he's not even scary. Who even is this dude?
Don't linger in the hallways.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. Lady Knight's able to take care of business here at the castle. They take down the Garnets 3-1. Now I'm going to send it over to Schulz for the postgame show.
Look at this door. You can't open the locker. Look at the shoes he's wearing. Go up to him and call him dumb and useless.
Bet, I will.
Yeah, you better.
Hey man, do you need help opening your locker?
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
Nice shoes.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Garnets, they win it 3-1, and hopefully this time it works. I'm going to send it over to Schultz for the postgame show.
Hey man, are you okay? No man, this dude keeps bullying me. Here, try this out. What is it? This is stop it. You can report people that bully you. Thank you, man.
So hopefully third time's a charm as we are back here at the Castle. Lady Knights take down the Garnets 3-1, and hopefully it works this time. I'm going to send it over to Schultz for the postgame show.
Mr. Schultz here with our stars of the game, Tony Trillo and Elise Simpson, and we're working. Okay, first going to talk to Tony Trillo. A little tough first half, a little frustration in the offensive end. Walk us through what was going on out there.
Yeah, it was definitely frustrating. We just weren't really winning any 50-50 balls. They were getting to all of them before us, and we just couldn't keep anything. They were possessing for the most part the first half, so it was just hard on the defense because they had to keep it out most of the time, but they did it, and we came back the second half. So.
And what did you guys say to each other throughout the game that, what did you communicate that you felt like was an adjustment that really put you over the top?
After the first half, we all just agreed that we weren't playing how we should be, and that we were the better team, and that we just all had to pick it up as a team, and we just needed to communicate and try harder and win all the 50-50s, which we did.
And it looked like on that goal, you guys were really working together. Walk us through what happened with the game-winning goal.
Well, wait, the second one or the third one?
The one you had for with the that got you ahead 2-1.
Okay, yeah. So Elise, she got me the through ball, which we do a lot. We get a lot of through balls, which leave me and Monty to run on to. And Elise just had the perfect ball that just basically went right in front of me, and it just happened that I got it and beat the defender.
And you finished.
Yes.
That's a great job. Tony, thanks for coming on with us. Best of luck the rest of the way. Okay. And we have Elise Simpson, and I asked Tony about what went on the offensive end when there was some frustration. What about on the defensive end? Obviously, Heights was putting a lot of pressure on you, especially, this is a team that beat 8-0. Walk us through what happened in that first half.
It was a little much to have them in our half, pretty much the whole half. But, yeah, they were just they were right on top of us pretty much the whole time. We got it up a couple times, but we passed the ball, around the outside, but most of the time it just found its way back to our half. And they had it close up to the net most of the time, but it never got in more than once, so that's good.
Now, you guys beat them, I believe, 8-0 the first time. Does this kind of remind you that right now you guys are the big game in everybody's schedule and everybody's playing up for you?
Yeah, definitely. We came out, I feel like, maybe a little too, confident maybe, but we didn't really play our game either, so I feel like if we were confident and played our game, we would have had it from the start. But, yeah, it was definitely a little intimidating.
But you pulled through. And lastly, we got Tony's version of the goal, what went on. Obviously, she got the pass from you and finished. What were you seeing in front of you in that goal, and how did everything develop?
Yeah, so I think it was off a throw-in, or Erin passed it up the sideline, and then I was calling for it from Jordan. She passed it back, and I looked up and I saw Tony with her hand in the air. She was just calling for the ball. She was so then I just wound up, kicked it over, and she got there.
And the goal scorers always want the ball, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, great job, ladies. Obviously, it was a little tough early on, but you pulled through, and best of luck next game.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks for coming on. And we have Coach over here. All right. We had a few technical difficulties, Coach, but we came through here.
As always do.
We got their perspective on what was seemed like a frustrating first half. From a coach's perspective, what did you see out there?
Yeah, same. I think definitely frustration, and I think a credit to them first. I mean, we knew the first game we had some success. We put a lot of goals in against them, and then I think we kind of expected this game that wasn't going to – I don't think they were going to allow it to happen. I mean, they came out and played very spirited and were tough on the ball and worked, and I think we just got caught. Like, our first few minutes of the game, we looked real sharp, and then after that, we just couldn't establish a rhythm. They took us out of rhythm. They won a lot of balls on us, forced us into making a lot of errant passes, and I think sometimes with that, it can spiral. You get a spiral effect where it's just like sometimes it all goes bad at once. But I think, I told them afterwards, I mean, it's second time around through conference play. It's still Haddon, Heights, Sterling, West Effort, Sterling, Haddonfield, Sterling. Like the rivalries will still be there. It's, almost like the Washington Eagles game yesterday. You knew who was going to be better on paper. But I think we have to expect that. I think we expect the same with Collingswood Wednesday and Haddon Township Friday. Like, the teams, we're in a good position right now to maybe possibly get our third conference in a row, but I know how I was when teams were like that. We wanted to be the spoiler.
Sure.
So I think you're going to see a lot of that.
And as a coach, you're always telling the kids, focus one game at a time. Does a game like today help reinforce your message and really help the kids see that that's really what you have to do?
Yeah, I do. I think so. I think for them, and, they're still learning that, just to continue to just keep our sights on what the goal is currently, what we're trying to get accomplished out here in the day with the team. And it was good. Like I even told them after the game, I mean, I think sometimes we've had some good success where things have come easy to us in terms of goals. And we get, I think comfortable with thinking it's always going to be like that. And we had to work and grind late in the game, but it was good to see. Like Tony and Monty both gave some great effort in the end there to get some good shots on goal. And that first goal with Ireland off a beautiful corner from Shea was big. And, I just think that's, sometimes on maybe not your best day, just finding a way to dig deep there late in the game, and we did that, which was good. I was happy.
Last thing I'll ask you is, I'm just from what you're saying right now, I get the feeling that today's a day where you like to see how your kids battle or handles a little bit of adversity, and I think you have to like the way they pulled through.
Yeah, I do. And I think one thing with some of them, it's I know the fight's there, and I think we talked about in the beginning of the year with losing Bridget. She was that piece that really I think people fed off of, and I think you're seeing Tony now step into that role where she's just going to go. She's going to run through a brick wall, and she's going to do what it takes. And I think that goal, running through that girl, winning the ball on that 50-50 ball, and even that one she almost got in the end there, I mean, girl rubbed her eye. I told her sometimes you got to stop fighting so hard to stay up. Maybe you had to go down on that one, and we would have got a PK. But no, she's a worker, and I think they, sometimes we need that energy, and we feed off that. At least brings the same for us on defense. I thought Shea did a great job in the middle today and picking up when she was kind of on some weaker legs and found a way to dig deep and give us another 5-10 minutes strong. So yeah, great, good overall performance. I mean, we raised the bar and we expect perfection, but they did great. A win's a win.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely, they definitely came through. Coach, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck next game. Okay, thanks. Okay.
Thank you, Schulz, and we'll take a look at our next TV game. That'll be this Wednesday, October 4th, as boys soccer will take on Collingswood. That'll be at 4 o'clock live on Channel 19, as well as youtube.com/SterlingTV19. But that will do it here at the Castle. Lady Knights take down the Garnets 3-1. I'm Brian McLernan. Thanks to Dan and Strauss for joining me here on the broadcast. Thanks to Mr. K and all of our camera crew and people inside the truck for helping us out here on the broadcast. But that will do it once again here at the Castle. I'm Brian McLernan saying so long. And as always, go Knights.